Let's do that. Hopefully this works. Alright, cool. Okay, here we go, great. Everything's set up. Goes from S plus to S to A to B, C, D, and F tier. I guess we can like just go across the list. Alright, cool. Let's get started. Alright. I'm going to start off with like Wizard because I know that class the best. Obviously, I've played that class for 3 to 4 years. So this is going to be the class that we kind of compare other classes to, right? Because, you know, Wizard is, especially when Succession Wizard came out, it's kind of like the king of large-scale PvP. So I'm gonna put S plus for Wizard because it has like some of the best support skills in the game. You know, stuff like Speed Spell that gives people like percentage cast speed, attack speed, and movement speed. And then it also has like some of the best heals in the game as well. And it has Protected Area, which used to give people 999 DP, but now it gives like 50% damage reduction, I think. Might be 50% or 60%. Not entirely sure. But yeah, it has great, fantastic fucking support utility. Not only that, but it's also made for large scale. So like both Succession and Awakening Wizard, they can dish out a lot of damage and they have like very strong engages, right? Now I'll say like even after the Succession Wizard nerfs, I'll still put Succession Wizard at like a S plus tier. And that's because, you know, while it did lose protection on like Voltaic and Media, the CC Media, it's still a very strong class in large scale. It's just a lot of people don't play it nowadays, but you need to play a little bit differently. Like before, you could just dive into a ball and like get out and not really be in that much danger unless you didn't have that much DP. But nowadays you kind of need to play more like a skirmisher class. You need to be in and out and rely a lot more on your range poke. I would say, you know, Awakening Wizard is also pretty solid. Like the Awakening Wizard does a lot of fucking damage close up. The difference between Awakening and Succession is that you know, Awakening has a lot less range poke and a lot less mobility than Succession. But yeah, definitely put S plus. And then I'll probably put Witch right behind Awakening Wizard. Like Awakening Witch and Succession Witch are still like this. They're both pretty strong classes as well. However, like Awakening Witch got hit pretty hard with the Succession nerfs because they already didn't have split TP, and then losing that split TP and then also losing like SA on Voltaic and SA on Media just kind of did the class pretty bad, you know, because you can't like the other difference between Succession and Awakening Wizard, Succession Witch and Wizard, sorry, is that, you know, a Witch can't come out of TP and then instantly cast Voltaic. So they have to come out of TP, do like their forward dash, their forward super armor dash, and then cast Voltaic. So it's gives a lot more time for them to be grabbed, right, or CC'd in non-protected abilities. All right, so. The other thing I want to mention real quick is like for these rankings, this is like for the average player, right? I'm not talking about standout players. This is like for your average player base doing Node Wars and Siege and like doing large scale PvP in like can also include like GVGs as well. Okay. Next class, let's do Sage. Now, for Sage, I'll put Sage at the top of S tier right now. And most people, you know, obviously I'm talking about Awakening Sage because Succession got hit pretty hard. I'll just lower the music volume a little bit. And the reason why I think Awakening Sage is so strong right now is because it has a lot of damage, a lot of mobility, and yeah, those two things by itself just make it a pretty insane class. Like it like watching someone's gameplay, it feels like it has like as many iframes as Sork, and its abilities. Some of its abilities have like really large AoEs, kind of like a AoE nuke. So I think definitely right now I'll put Awakening Sage at the top of the S tier in terms of the rankings, and then right behind that I'll put in Awakening Nova. So where's Nova? Which one's Nova? I think this one. Yeah, this is Nova, right? So obviously, you know, most people in large scale play Awakening over Succession Nova. If you guys don't know the difference, Succession Nova is like they have the shield, and Awakening Nova is like they have more of like the Reaper or like the sword. And Awakening Nova is pretty fucking insane right now because of how mobile it is, like how it's with its XL on, it's able to get into the middle of fight, like get a couple of picks and then be able to quickly disengage. I don't think any class can really do what Nova can do right now. Like the class is very reliant on XL, but I'm pretty sure you can get 100% uptime with that skill. If you just like play around the cooldowns correctly, like and the amount of damage this class does is also pretty insane. Like you can go into a ball, pick off, you know, 2 or 3 people, and then just instantly get out. Not only that, you also gotta remember that the Nova has a gigantic vacuum. And vacuums are really strong in large scale because you can't really iframe out of vacuums, like. And super armor movement doesn't really work for vacuum, so you're kind of stuck there. And it's really to set up like huge fucking feeds with vacuums too, if you can get one off. Alright, next class is Zerka. Now for Zerka, like for the average player, I'll put Zerka at like the top of S tier. And the reason for this is because I think Zerka has great, like its Q buff is fantastic. Like its Q buff is like it's a ranged KD, and it can like lock down entire push if you like in the right position, right? Now, like in general, you probably frag easier on Sage and Nova, but the thing with Zerka is that it just offers so much utility, like, and CC potential for your ball. Like it's able to just lock down entire ball, and also it has a lot of grabs too. So like as a Zerka player, if you see somebody diving a ball, it's really good if you just like go out of a way to grab them before they kind of kill 4 or 5 people. So that's why I see a lot of Zerkas doing large scale as well. They'll play like a very supportive role. Like they'll mainly focus on CCs and trying to set up kills for the team. I think that's what one of the things that Zerkas is really good at. Obviously, mainly talking about Awakening Zerka here, but you know, back before they nerfed the 200% on Succession Zerka, like that spin was actually insane. Like you would easily get 10 or 20 kills on like every spin. But yeah, mainly talk about Awakening Zerka, yeah. Thanks, Exy. Okay, alright, so next we talk about Guardian. Okay, so Guardian, most people play Awakening Guardian, some people play Succession. I would probably put Guardian like behind Sage and Awakening Nova, but I still put it in the S tier class for the average player, right? And the reason I do this is because so Guardian's a pretty easy class to play. It has it has reliable iframes. It has massive stackable slows. It has huge AoE skills, and it has good engage and disengage ability, right? So if you're like a new player and you want like a pretty simple class to play for large scale, and one without that many complex mechanics, like Guardian's probably the way to go. It also has a pretty strong block as well. Like its block is pretty insane, and it's like a class where you can get multiple kills with like pressing like a few skills. Like it's so like I would have put it like between S and A tier, but I'll probably put it at the end of S tier. Awakening Sage, GSN, it's Awakening Sage. Yep. Okay, next class. Next class is Dark Knight. Now, Dark Knight is, I would say for the average player, I'll probably put it B tier. And the reason I put it B tier is because, like, the class, ever since it kind of got nerfed, kind of fell behind. It can, haven't seen many Awakening Sage on EU. Are they that good in large scale now? Yeah, they're absolutely insane large scale. If you have like a pretty geared Awakening Sage going around, like they can do a lot of work, especially against Gearlets. Like because of how much mobility and how much damage they have. All right, onto DK. So for DK, I'll put them at a B tier. This is like for Succession and Awakening. I think if you're good on DK and you have the gear, it can be a really well-performing class. The problem with DK is that it kind of falls behind compared to, you know, your Awakening Sage. If you want like a skirmisher class, like skirmisher rat class, I think for general player, Awakening Sage and Awakening Nova performs better than DK right now. But it's still a solid class. I wouldn't say it's like anything below B or C tier. I'll probably put it around the top end of B tier right now. Okay, let's move on to Valkyrie. Now for Valkyrie, most people play Valkyrie as Awakening. However, some people do play Succession. For this, I'll mainly be looking at Awakening, right? And the reason why I put Awakening Valkyrie like at the top end of S tier is, again, it has fantastic support utility. So it has a heal similar to Wizard and Witch, and it has its self heal and it has its group heal. It also has a PA similar to Wizard and Witch. However, its PA, I think it just lasts 2 or 3 seconds less compared to Wizard and Witch. Outside of that, it also has a huge vacuum. So to be honest, I'll put it right behind Zerka, but I feel like in some situations it could be even stronger than Zerka because its vacuum is so strong. And not only that, it actually has a huge 100% as well. It has one of the hardest hitting 100% ults for Awakening. Like, if you set up a good vacuum and then you set up a good 100%, that's easily like 4 to 5 kill feed on top of their ball if they're not PA'd. Do we still have Succession Wizard and Succession Witch on S tier? Yeah, Wizard and Witch on S plus tier. Yep. Alright. Next class. Let's go into Warrior. Okay. Warrior is in a weird state. Like, you need a lot of gear to do well on Warrior in large scale. Because if you don't have that much gear, you're not going to be able to survive the damage, right? You're going to just blow up in a couple seconds in the main ball fight. Like, I think most warriors would probably be on like flex, unless you had low gear, then maybe it would be for main ball. But warrior's like really fucking good at small scale engagements. Like if you need somebody to take care of cannons, or you need somebody to take care of a flag, or some kind of like specialized role, like warrior and DK would probably be like some good options as classes for that. So I'll put warrior at B tier for now. However, I might change that a little bit later. Okay. All right. Let's talk about Ranger. And when I talk about Ranger, I'm talking about Succession Ranger. So Succession Ranger is probably one of the highest DPS classes. It doesn't have that much protection when it's doing its range skills. However, it can do a lot of damage from range if it's not kept in check. So I'll put Suck Ranger at A tier. If it was for Siege, I'll probably put Suck Ranger at a S tier, just because of its ability to shoot over walls and barricades. But for now, I'll leave it at A tier. And the reason I'll leave it at A tier is because, yes, it does have a lot of potential range poke, and it's a class pretty easy to frag on if your main ball is strong. However, it doesn't have the same kind of support skills that like a Valkyrie or like a Wizard or Witch does. And also, it doesn't have the same mobility as a Sage or a Nova does, or the protection, right? Hey Piggy, how are you? I'm doing good, thanks. Okay, next class, let's talk about Kunoichi. Kunoichi was pretty strong back when it could go invisible and just do its like 100% skill and just one shot, 5 or 10 people. But I think they kind of nerfed or changed that skill. Kunoichi isn't really in a good spot right now. For large scale, I rarely see any Kunoichis around. Now, I don't think they deserve to be like in a F tier. But I'll probably put them at a D tier. And the reason I put them at a D tier is because there's just better options than Kunoichi right now. Like, why would you play Kunoichi when Ninja exists, for example? Do we have Ninja in here? Oh, we do, right? Yeah, no worries, Gio. Sounds good. Like, why would you play Kunoichi if you have a Ninja? Like, when you can play Ninja. Like, why would you play Kunoichi if you could play, like, Sage, Awakening Sage, or Awakening Nova, right? It's just a little, like, kind of like underpowered class. I still, I think it's still a pretty decent flex class. It can do well in specific situations, and by specific situations I mean like maybe in a flex team flanking from behind, or trying to protect or take down cannons, right? Okay, next class is Archer. Now Archer used to be really strong, but like ever since Succession came out for Wizard and Witch, like they've kind of been down bad, and the reason for that is because Archer doesn't have the same damage or range poke as a Suck Ranger. It does have better movement and better mobility and better protection than a Suck Ranger. However, like, it's kind of the same thing with why would you play Kunoichi when Ninja exists, right? Which is the same like as in the current meta. Why would you play Archer when Suck Ranger exists? Yeah. But like I'm talking about the average player here, that's the thing. So I would put Archer, like I still think they're a solid class, even though not that many people play them right now. Maybe Archer's like a little bit stronger now with less Suck Wizards in the game. They are a range class with like a lot of damage, so that by themselves like is pretty OP, right? So I'll probably leave them between DK and Warrior right now. And if there's anyone in chat that thinks otherwise, just feel free to let me know. and we can change it around. Okay, let's move on to Shy. Now, Shy is like a pure support class. It does have specific uses, right? So I think some of the biggest things with its large scale is it has its bubble, which locks your own teammates and other teammates within a specific location for like 5 or 10 seconds. I think it's like around 5 seconds. So that, the other thing is it has some pretty strong like buffs and debuffs for your team and your opponents as well, and it also has some small heals too. The main problem with Shy now is that they don't really have that much offensive capability, and it's also very hard for Shy to like kind of keep up with the ball because they don't have that much decent like mobility skills. But you know, for Siege, if we were just looking at Siege, I'll probably like, especially for castle defense, I'll put Shy at a S tier or maybe even S plus, right? Because their ability to just lock down a choke and stop entire push is very strong. But if we're looking at like overall like Node Wars, Siege, and like open world, I probably put Shy like I'll put them at B tier just because of how much utility they have. So I'll probably put them around DK or Archer for now. I don't think they're C tier class or D tier class. Like you don't want too many Shies. You probably want like 1 or 2 Shies realistically. Like a good Shy is very useful in Node Wars and Siege, I think. Okay. Next class, let's talk about Meiwa. Now, I'll say Meiwa. Let's do Meiwa and Musa together, right? I don't know if they necessarily like. I will put them F tier because I feel like they kind of fallen behind the meta. Like Meiwa used to be one of the strongest classes in the game, but that was like 2 or 3 years ago. If a guild knows how to play around Shy, it can be S tier. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, that's Tamer. My bad. This is Meiwa, right? Okay, that's Meiwa. Like, what do you think, Blood? Do you think I should move Shy to like A tier or like? Because I'm talking about the average player and the average guild, right? So if we're looking at the average, I don't know if Shy will be at the top of B tier or like if they will be on A tier. I think Shy can be A tier just as a class. Okay. Because you get so much value from just buffing, and anyone can do that. Yeah. Warrior should be A tier as well as DK. So, okay, so I'm in. So you think that for the average player in like Node Wars and Siege, DK and Warrior should be put in the A tier. Is that correct? Node War, yes? Okay. And what do you think is Siege? No, right. So what do you think is in general better, like a DK or Warrior? Do you think like a DK would be ranked higher above a Warrior in general, or this is a large scale class ranking tier list. So large scale includes Siege, Node Wars, and GVGs like open world. Yeah, like if you guys have any suggestions or feedback, just let me know. Happy to change this list around. Purely large scale, I think DK is better. Overall Warrior, yeah. I think Sage is S plus. I mean, the reason I don't put Sage at S plus or like next to Valkyrie or Zerka is because Sage doesn't have that much good support or utility skills, right? Like a Sage doesn't have like a vacuum the same as a Valkyrie, Awakening Valkyrie, or like they don't have heals, they don't have PA as well, right? They need support if you just one-shot them. Yeah, I agree they're really strong at one-shotting like groups of people, but that's it's not all we're looking at, I guess. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's talk about Musa and Meiwa real quick. So Musa and Meiwa, Meiwa, you know, they use these two classes. Overrating the average warrior. Okay, that's fine. So Musa and Meiwa used to be really strong classes like 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, like Meiwa used to be one of the strongest classes in the game 3 years ago. The problem with Musa and Meiwa is they kind of fell behind the meta and the gear curve, right? I think it's I would mainly say it's the gear curve. Because while they have a lot of mobility with their dashes, they can't trade. Like they can't trade with a lot of these other classes. Like the only use I would see a Musa and Meiwa in large scale right now is like stun trap poppers and maybe on like defense or cannon defense or try and take down cannons. Yeah, actually, you know, Meiwa can be really good at killing evasion targets. So in that case, like for example, right, if you have a high accuracy Meiwa, it can be really good at taking down like a Devious or something, or like an evasion striker or a evasion mystic or evasion Corsair that's trying to I don't know, try and do stuff around your base. Just find it hard to find situations in Node War where they are useful. So yeah, maybe, I don't know if I would put it above Kunoichi right now, but maybe around Kunoichi in the D tier. And Musa, I'll put Musa in F tier just because, like, Musa in the current Node War and Siege situation, like, it's very hard to play Musa because as soon as you move towards the enemy ball, you're getting slowed, you're getting like chipped from range, and as soon as you get getting closer, you just instantly get popped, right? But I don't know what you guys think of me putting Musa on F tier. If I was to put some classes on F tier, Musa would definitely be one of them. But yeah. Alright, next we'll talk about Ninja. Okay, we'll talk about Ninja. Now, I think Ninja's a really strong class in large scale right now. I'd probably put them in S tier, to be honest. And if you guys don't agree with me on that point, that's fine, we can talk about it. Yeah, I'll put S tier for Ninja. I'm just thinking right now. I'll probably put Ninja between Nova and Guardian. And I don't know if I would put it on the same level as a Sage, because I don't think he has the same kind of like burst damage and mobility as Sage. Sage is S+. No, so I know Sage is a really strong class, but if Sage had like utility as well, like does Sage have any noticeable slow skills? Like, maybe I'll put Sage above Zerka. Maybe I'll put Sage above Zerka, right? And I move Zerka to, like, the bottom half of S tier. You don't want infinite Sages, though you want infinite Wizards. That's the thing, right? That's the thing, like, there's not that many Wizards or Witches right now in large scale. Like, a lot of them roll to a lot of these other classes, like Sage or Nova. Or like Lan, for example. Sage can hit me through siege walls. Why is Ninja S and Kuno D? So my argument was that Kuno, like Ninja's just like so much better than Kuno right now. And I see a lot of ninjas around, and I notice a lot of ninjas in large scale, but like I don't see any Kunos around. Like the only Kuno I can think of off the top of my mind that still brings Kuno to Node Wars and stuff is Frosty. And even Frosty right now is playing a Corsair for the moment, right? Yeah, like Kuno, like I've never played Ninja or Kuno, so I need, like, if you guys have opinions, just let me know. But I think once they change the Kuno 100%, like if Kuno could still like go invisible and do his like 100% spin and take out like 5 or 10 people without them even be able to react. Yeah. I'm Kitna. I play Kuno. I don't mind the rating. Yeah. Yeah. Kitna was like. Kitna is like a really fucking good Kuno. She played Kuno for like a very long time, and I think most people would agree that Kuno is not in a really good spot right now, especially for large scale. Okay. All right. Let's talk about Tamer. Tamer's interesting because Tamer used to be like one of the hardcore dive bombing classes, right? Like it's 100% would wipe out entire bowls. But I think they changed. They kind of nerfed the Tamer 100%, and at the current moment, it also takes a lot of damage from magical classes, right? Tamer's still one of the best cannon anti-cannon classes, yeah. But it does have, it's like one of the best 1v1 classes, I would say right now. It has so much mobility. Its pet can CC you even while it's on the ground. It doesn't need to do anything about it. It has, can deal with like high DP targets pretty easily. And it's kind of like your ultimate rat class. Now, I'm just not sure if I would put Tamer at a C tier or a D tier. Like, I'll probably... It can be an A. You think so? But like, okay, so we're talking about the average player. Like, you gotta remember when doing this, like, it's the average player. We're not talking about, like, exceptional players, though. That's the thing. Solid B? Yeah, I can... solid B, I'll definitely put it behind Warrior, though. Tamer in group play is better than people give it credit for, but the learning curve to actually play it in not a purely flex role is really high. Bottom of B may be hard to learn, yeah. Yeah. So maybe bottom B, if it was like, if I was like talking about the best players on the class, then, you know, depending on how good the play is, they could probably be like an A tier or like a bottom S tier class as well. Okay, cool. All right, next class. Next class we do LAN. Now, when I'm talking about LAN, I'm gonna be mainly talking about Awakening LAN. Player tier list tomorrow. How do I even do that? Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of LANs. So LANs have this ability to kind of just fly into the middle of a bowl, like pick off 1 or 2 kills and then just fly away. Like, they are your ultimate rat class. Like, these guys are amazing at anti-cannons. They're amazing in the flex position. I don't think you would ever put a line in a main ball. However, I think Contrast in Vertex, he plays line in his main ball. Now, better than DK, you think? Yeah, I'll put it at like a solid A, to be honest. I'll put it a solid A, and just because it's probably one of the best classes at dealing with cannons. If you ever have someone like putting cannons like on top of a tree or on top of a hill, like places that you can't really climb up and safely take the cannon out, like Alarm would be really good for dealing with cannons. Not only that, if you're talking about attacking castles as well, like for example Calfian Castle, you could just play LAN and not need a Pegasus and just fly around the castle walls, right? Yeah, I think it's a pretty solid class. I don't think I'd put it S tier though. Okay, let's talk about Sork. I think LAN can E-buff for 30 seconds solid iframing. Yeah, but that is true, but I think as soon as it uses a skill, it can be hit, right? Alright, Sork is actually crazy. Like, I think Yeah, Sork is definitely S tier. I'm just not sure where to put it. Like, would you put it behind Nova or like behind Zerka or like around Ninja? Or I think Sork's better than Nova. Alright, so you guys think Sork is better than Nova, but like a little bit behind Sage. Behind Ninja? Behind Ninja? Okay, cool. Alright, so why is Sork behind Ninja? I mean, like, is it just because I think Ninja's better at bursting than Sork is, isn't it? Or below Zerka, above Ninja? Okay, cool. I think they're equal. Okay, right. So I know, like, you know, most of the top frags I see nowadays, when I'm looking at the front page of a guild, like, there's actually a decent amount of Sorks at the top. Yeah, I think Sork's doing pretty well nowadays because I don't know, like, they've gotten some pretty nice buffs. And I'm pretty sure they got, like, one of their bond skills is pretty fucking OP as well. Sork is more disruptive, or Ninja's more dive. Yeah, I think Sork is like... so this is meant to be... What this is meant to be is, for example, like, this tier list is meant to be like what most people play in large scale, right? So in a way, it's like a combination of Awakening and Succession. But for example, like, for Ranger, right, no one plays Awakening Ranger. Like, most people play Succession Ranger. And for Valkyrie, taking account most people play Awakening Valkyrie and not Succession Valkyrie, right? And same with Sage, most people play Awakening and not Succession. So I'll make some edits later on, but that's essentially the situation right now. Yeah. I think Sork is really good on defense. Like, if you have a main ball pushing your fort and then you have a Sork on defense, like, the Sork can pick up a lot of kills. Just because, like, most people are like not really paying attention to the players. They're more paying attention to structure damage. So a Sork can do a lot of work in those kind of situations. Wouldn't Ranger be S tier then? I don't think Ranger would be S tier because it doesn't, like, if you have a weak main ball, then I don't think Suck Ranger does very well, right? Case in point, like, some of the Suck Rangers in Barker, like, you could be like a really good Suck Ranger, but you could have a bad main ball and the Ranger wouldn't be that efficient because you have no pill, right? Yeah, Rujinx, why are you on Suck Ranger and not Wizard, dude? What's going on there? Yeah, so if we're just like looking at Siege, I'll probably put Ranger at like a high S tier or like a high S plus tier. I was looking for a class to tag and Ranger uses dagger, so it's cheaper. Yeah, fair enough. Like, if Ranger, like, if we're just solely looking at Siege, I'll probably put Ranger high up. The problem is that if you're like an average player in average guild with like, and people don't pill for you properly, it's very easy for like a Sage or a Nova or like a Ninja to come in behind you and just one-shot you, right? If you have no protection. And the only real form of disengage that Ranger has is like its backflip. Suck Ranger S plus. Yeah, like at the end we'll go through this list again and we'll make any changes, right? So this isn't like the final list, but it's kind of like a first draft, you know? And we'll go back through and make changes later. Okay, let's talk about Striker. Okay, so Striker, I would think that most people play Awakening Striker for large scale. So we're going to go for Awakening Striker. Now, Awakening Striker can be a huge pain in the ass if they build like a full evasion build and they play like just to be annoying, right? I will put Striker. Yeah, but if you're looking at your average player with average gear, you know, I'll probably put them at B tier. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like B tier or C tier? Like DK should be higher, but I guess the average DK play is bad. Yeah. Nova, is that good? It is. Like Awakening Nova is actually cracked right now. It's actually insane. How about I put it at the bottom B tier, like above Tamer? Really good anti-cannon, cannon defense class. Probably the trick is every striker is hilariously geared at this point because the class doesn't function at lower gear. Yeah. You've never seen Awakening Novas in large scale? Really? Damn. I feel like Archer is C tier. Probably right. I mean, so why would you put Archer at C tier though? Like, because Archer has some of the best range damage in the game. Useless in castle. Yeah, but yeah, okay. Yeah, but like the thing is, a lot of people rolled off Succession Wizards after the nerf as well. Like, I guess I can leave the C tier for now. Whenever you value LAN, Striker is probably comparable. Okay. So Gutter says probably at the... Yeah, the thing is, I don't know about putting Striker on A tier. I think I'm comfortable with putting Striker like around the top of B tier, to be honest. Okay. I mean, yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, now Mystic. I would definitely put Mystic. I think I'll put Mystic at the top of B tier. And the reason for that is because it has like a really good vacuum. Now its vacuum isn't as strong or as good as like a Valkyrie or like a Nova vacuum, for example. But it still has a vacuum, right? And not only that, it has like a self-casting PA now, which you can cast it and then have like PA while you're moving around and using skills. Whereas before it was like just locking you in place. Like Mystic definitely struggles at like the lower gear levels. I feel like most people play Suck Mystic, which has neither of those things. Yeah, but you also gotta remember they buffed Suck Mystic a lot as well, I guess. I don't know, like, alright, let's look at... Would you guys put like Awakening and Succession Mystic on different levels? Like on different levels of the scale? So if most people play Succession Mystic in large scale PvP, then it's definitely a very strong 1v1 class. I'm just not sure if it would be better than Warrior or like a little bit worse off than Warrior. I think Strike is way better in NA than is in EU. Way too much accuracy going on around EU average compared to NA. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, maybe. How about this? All right. How about this? I'll put Warrior at the top of B tier, and then I'll put Mystic ahead of Striker. So they're like Mystic and Striker close to each other for B tier. Or what do you guys think? What is more valuable? Like, should Striker go in front of Mystic? Or do you think Mystic should go in front of Striker? If we're looking at Awakening Striker and Succession Mystic, right? Mystic's Vacuum also get buffed? I feel like Suck Mystic does what Striker does, but better. Okay, so I think we're mostly in agreement that Mystic's like kind of better than Striker for large scale. Okay, cool. And you know, we'll make any final changes at the end. Okay, let's talk about Hash, okay? Now, Hash is... I think Hash is a very solid class. Now, I don't think Hash belongs in S tier because... I don't know, I just don't feel like it belongs in S tier. I think it belongs in A tier though. Hash has pretty decent engage. It has, you know, pretty decent engage and disengage skills. It has nice burst damage. And I'm pretty sure it has a range grab and a vacuum. And of course, I'm talking about... Most people play... It has a grab in Awakening, but I'm pretty sure most people play Succession in large scale. I think Hash starts becoming ridiculous when you have gear due to the passive evasion. Yeah. Look at Jimmy Snakes. Okay, but like... So for the average player though, Ryan. For the average player, my question is... For the average player, I don't think I will put it on the same level as like a Suck Ranger. Awakening Hash in large scale, just agony, yeah. So, I don't think I'd put Hash above Shy either, just because of how strong Shy's support skills are. So the question is, do we put it ahead of Valan or NDK, or is it behind? Bottom of A or in B? Yeah. Or do we put it at the bottom of B, bottom of A behind DK? Or do we put it at the top of B, in front of Warrior? I don't know, something just tells me, like in my gut, that I should put it at the top of B tier. I think Hash is worse than both DK and Lan, so, and also think DK is better than Lan. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I think I agree with that. Okay. Alright, I want to put Hash at the top of B tier. Okay, cool. And then, okay, Corsair. So Corsair is a new class, right? And to be honest, I've watched a couple of Corsair montages, and they have this one skill, which is like a vacuum. It goes from super armor to iframe to a super armor. Straight F. I don't think it's the F tier. I don't think it's the F tier. I think it has a really strong vacuum. It does do pretty decent damage. And you gotta remember, it also has a pretty large AoE heal. Not only that, but it can also break blocks pretty easily. Like, it is the class that breaks block classes, right? Like a warrior block, a Valkyrie block, like its skills take a percentage of your block off on top of the damage it does. Yeah. Blocks get blown up instantly anyways. We had Corsairs in top 15 last night. Yeah, I think the whole thing of just disabling block regen for 15 seconds put them up high even if it's at full DP builds. Yeah, and not only that, you also gotta remember that Corsair has pretty fucking decent evasion buffs as well, right? Now, I understand it's not a complete class, but I'm pretty sure that Corsair is gonna be a fairly decent class in large scale, right? Even without its full kit. The 100 being 4800 HP heal is kind of funny. Yeah, I think they fixed that, right? I think they kind of fixed that. Yeah, S tier possible. Okay. So, yeah, apparently they did. I can let me check the patch notes real quick. There was something in the patch notes about Corsair yesterday. Alright, cool. So Corsair. Wait, there's actually a lot of... What the fuck? Why there's so many changes to this class? If Tamer's at B, then Corsair A or high in the large group. Yeah, I tend to agree with that, Shade. I want to find where the change was, where they like fixed the heal bug with Corsair. It's still shit? What's still shit? Yeah, I'm trying to look for it. There's just so many changes. They don't say anything about the heal bug. I read all the patch notes. Okay, so I don't know, like currently or like last week before the patch, when Corsair does its like vacuum skill, I think with its 100%, you're like instantly, it just instantly heals people from like 0 HP to 4 HP. Yeah. I don't know, man. I would feel weird if I put Corsair at the bottom B tier because of how strong its support skills are. Sage Awakening, no S tier. Like, okay, I put Sage Awakening at the top of S tier because it doesn't have that much support skills. If Sage like had a huge fucking vacuum or like a huge AoE slow or like some kind of group heal, then I would put it at the top of like S plus tier for sure. Alright, let's talk about this, okay? Let's talk about this. Let's go through each of these tiers and see if we can like get a consensus, right? Sage has 100% vacuum, right? Yeah. Okay, but like I would still put it at the top of S tier though. If you guys don't agree, we can change that later when we get to the Sage. Okay. Alright, discussion time. Let's go. Okay, S plus. You guys agree that when we look at Succession Wizard, when we look at Awakening Wizard, when we look at Succession Witch and Awakening Witch, we agree that these two classes are S plus in terms of large scale PvP for the general player base. Like, I think we all agree on that, right? Okay, cool. So let me know if there's anybody that doesn't agree with that in the chat. And we can talk about it. Alright, let's go on to S tier. So Valkyrie. So Valkyrie, I'm talking about Awakening Valkyrie here. Okay? I'm not talking about Succession Valkyrie. And I'm gonna make that more clear when I edit this later in Photoshop. What's up, Raiden? Yeah, Raiden, what do you think about this, by the way? What do you think about Awakening Valkyrie in large scale? Do you think it's like, it deserves to be at the top of S tier? Like above Awakening Sage? I think Valk should be lower. Okay. So, but you gotta remember, Gutter, that Valkyries have a PA like Wizard and Witch, right? The only difference between Valk PA and a Wizard and Witch PA is that it lasts 2 or 3 seconds less. It also has a self heal and a group heal. And not only that, it has a huge, one of the best vacuums in the game, right? Yeah, it has a protected SA heal too. It has one of the best vacuums in the game. And also it has one of the best 100% BSR skills in the game too. Valk, using Valk PA doesn't help the ball that much. Wait, why not? It's hard to use the ult in large scale despite what people think. Right, okay. Alright, Raiden. So where would you put Valkyrie on this tier list then for Awakening? They're more important than Sage. Like, would you move Valkyrie on this list? And if so, like, where would you move to? Like, Gutter, where would you move Valkyrie to? Maybe between Zerka and Nova? Okay, so if I move Valkyrie kind of a little bit lower on the S tier. So they're kind of still on the top half of S tier. But they're not at the very top then. Valk's BSR generally gets grabbed. Maybe, dude, maybe. I don't know, man. I feel like most of the time they do get that skill off though. I think Valkyrie has a position issue where other classes can position for free, and it looks like Valks have an issue with that, and I value positioning super highly. I would have Valks lower than Zerka. Okay, sure thing. Okay, we can do that. Rip Musa, yeah. I will put Nova on S tier, but it depends. I'm on EU. Alright, let's talk about this. Alright, Awakening Sage and Awakening Nova, right? Awakening Sage and Awakening Nova. What do you guys think? Does Awakening Sage belong at the top of S tier? And is Awakening Nova like right behind Awakening Sage? Or should Awakening Nova be in front of Awakening Sage? Sage is better? Yeah, most of you guys agree. Sage better in your opinion? Alright, looks like most of you guys agree, so I can leave those two there for now. And what's the argument for Sage exactly? So like, Sage is a class that has a lot of mobility. You can get in and out of a ball. And it has huge AoE damage, right? And not only that, Gio said before, it has a 100% vacuum too. So, combined with its mobility and its large AoE and its like huge burst potential, it's probably one of the best fragging classes right now. Now Nova, I think Nova can keep its Excel on like most of the time, but like Nova's like only really good with Excel on. At least that's what everyone tells me, right? So that's the argument for Sage, like the discussion for Sage. Okay, let's talk about Zerka. Now, obviously we're talking about Awakening Zerka right now, and we're mainly basing Awakening Zerka off their Q buff, right? I think Awakening Zerka Q buff is game changing sometimes. I think even an average player can Q buff, right? And if you have good positioning on Zerka Q buff, you can pretty easily turn the tides of a fight. Because the skill itself, I don't know, look at Choice's Q buff. Hey man, you got some decent Q buffs on Cho yesterday. I think most people agree that Zerka is on the top end of S tier. And not only that, it has very decent self-heal abilities, right? Like a Zerka isn't like a ninja or like a Sork, or a class that can't really sustain self in the middle of Node War or Siege. Like if you get low on Zerka, you can disengage and heal back up to full in a couple seconds. And not only that, it also has a lot of grabs, so it's a very good peeling class for the ball. Good Zerkas have tons of mobility, leverage, grab, peel, and the new Awaken skill does so much damage. Yeah, so the skill that comes after the Ancient Wave does a lot of damage. It can like pretty much one-shot people. Okay. I think most people agree where Zerka is on this list. Alright, let's talk about Sork. Now, Sork, you know, they've been slowly like just getting buffs recently, you know, getting a lot of buffs. I don't think they got any hard nerfs. I see a lot of Sorks like fragging right now in Node Wars and Siege. I think, you know, they're a really good class to have on defense or in flex team. They're really good at disrupting main balls with their iframes. They have pretty decent range poke as well with their Dream of Doom. And if you like, obviously we're talking about. I think most people play Awakening Sork in Node Wars, right? Or do most people play Succession? I don't think there's that much difference behind them. But you know, if I'm wrong, please correct me on that. But you know, both Sork and Ninja are pretty close to each other. You know, Armin said that, you know, Sork and Ninja pretty much on the same level in terms of large scale. Now, Ninja's more of like a stealth engage burst class. Sork is more of like a sustain damage, you know, over a longer period of time. Find the ball kind of class. Ninja's like in and out, right? Are you talking about Awakening Ninja or Succession Ninja? So Armin said that like Succession Ninja's like better in large scale usually. So I'm probably talking about Succession, to be honest. I'm talking about Succession Ninja. But, you know, like, whichever is better for large scale, Awakening or Succession. I'm pretty sure most ninjas have said that Succession is better for large scale because it has like higher burst potential. I feel like Awakening is much better for large scale. Okay. Succession is better for frags. Alright, cool. Awakening is more protected, but Succession has more burst. Yeah. I mean, like, these... I'll put them around the same level. Succession is better for just popping people and dipping. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I see ninjas do most of the time. I thought Striker was better than B tier. Well, we're talking about the average Striker with average gear in the average guild. We're not talking like 700 gear score strikers. That's the thing. Okay. Let's talk about Guardian. Now, I put Guardian on the bottom of S tier because it's a really decent class for large scale. You know, it's pretty easy to kind of play Guardian. It's a lot easier to play than Ninja and Sork and Valkyrie and like Zerka. Like, I don't think this, if you're a new player and you want a decent large scale class that even works at lower gear score levels, you can probably play Guardian. I think I've moved Guardian up next to Valkyrie. Why do you save that, Tom 10? What do you guys think? Do you guys think Guardian is above Sork and Ninja, or is Guardian like, should Guardian be like behind Sork and Ninja? I feel like Guardian are only nuts if they are hard cap. Yeah. This is a Node War and Siege PvP tier list, yep. Yeah, they do have pretty broken iframes. And they do have a lot of slows in tier league. Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough, right? Like, for the average player, I think that would have a bigger impact on Node Wars and Siege than like an average Guardian will have more impact on Node Wars and Siege than like an average Sork or an average Ninja, right? I agree with that. So I'll move them above Sork and Ninja. Okay, cool. Alright. Guardians are pretty slow. If their DP is too low, they're just going to die standing up. But like, they have two pretty reliable iframes, right? They have the sidestep, which is an iframe, and then they have their like kind of fly in the midair, which is their engage and disengage skill. I think you can be pretty protected on the Guardian if you play it right, to be honest. But yeah, you can get blown up pretty quickly. Okay, cool. Let's move on to the A tier. So for A tier, let's start off with... let's start off with Succession Ranger. Okay. Sideways RB, also iframe, and there's the block. Yeah. Let's talk about Succession Ranger. Now, I didn't put Succession Ranger on S tier. Even though if I was just looking at Siege and large scale, I'll probably put them on S tier. Just because of their ability to spam over walls. Spam descending current over walls. And I think like, if you're a Suck Ranger, playing in a strong main bowl, then it can have a pretty big impact. However, I think like if you don't get good peel from your teammates and you just keep getting picked off by rat classes, then you can have a pretty miserable time. Well, for Succession, Wizard, like I would probably pick Wizard. I think Wizard's more fun than Witch, to be honest, but that's just my opinion. Shy's above Ranger. Yeah, you guys, what do you guys think in chat? So Shy does have some of the best support skills in the game. The problem with Shy in large scale is that they don't have good mobility, right? They can't keep up with the ball a lot of the time. And if a ball disengages, then oftentimes the Shy is just left behind. And you know what? While you might want like 5 or 6 suck Rangers for a war, I don't think you will want 5 or 6 Shies in a war. Like maybe 1 or 2 Shies. Like Shy has like pretty strong utility skills, like their bubble, their bongo, and stuff like that. Like if we were just looking at castle defense, like defending Medaya or like Valencia Castle, I probably put Shy at the S+ tier because they can lock off an entire choke, and not only that, they can buff the casters and range classes on the walls. Why do you put skirmishes over Ranger? Pete, because I did that because so we're looking at the kind of like the average player, right? I think look, honestly, I think if you're a suck Ranger in like a Cho Nation main ball or a Black Rose main ball, like yeah, I'll probably put this at like the middle of S tier maybe. But I think if you're like an average suck Ranger in like an average guild with average gear, I really don't think that it will do that well. But you know, you're welcome to like just disagree if you want with that. Yep. I don't know, I can move Ranger up to S tier if you guys want. I think average ninja with average gear wouldn't do much in Siege, for example. I mean, yeah, but like they'll do, I think they will do pretty well in Node Wars and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, but like at the same time, they still have some pretty good support skills. Okay, cool. Let's not delve on this for too long. All right, let's just finish up on Suck Ranger, right? Okay, so what do you guys think? Does Suck Ranger, is Suck Ranger above Shy? Or is Shy above Suck Ranger? Does Suck Ranger belong in A tier? Or does Suck Ranger belong in like S tier? Like above, I don't know, is Suck Ranger above like Guardian or like Sork or Ninja, for example? It's fine where it is? Okay. Anyone else disagree? Keep it as it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, it does depend on the situation. I think it does very much depend on the situation. Alright, let's talk about when's the only time you see a Shy? I mean, I see a Node War. I got bubbled by a Uni Rice Shy one Node War. I remember it from that. You know, if I was talking about the average fucking Shy that had no hands and like literally just bubbled your own pushes every time, sorry, I'll put that shit at F tier, man, because that shit doesn't help your guild. That just ruins your pushes. But I'm talking about like Shies that actually know what they're doing, kind of, I hope. Okay, let's talk about Dark Knight. So I put Dark Knight above Corsair and Lan. I think Dark Knight, played by a experienced player with like pretty high gear, is a solid S tier class, right? And they did get some pretty decent buffs. as well. But again, we're looking at the average player. And the average DK player, as people said, is not that amazing, right? Now, you definitely, you know, they're good flex class. I wouldn't put them above Shy though, if we're looking at the overall big picture of Node War Siege and GVGs and stuff. But I think they're excellent like Rat or Skirmisher class. So I'll put them at the middle of A tier. Yeah, I think it's fine where it is. Right. Because Line's such a low skills. Yeah. Line. I think Line requires that much skill to play. Like you grab them and you do your traditional, you know, combo, and most of the time just die from that. Okay, cool. All right, so DK. Fine where it is. All right, cool. Okay, Corsair. Now, Corsair is a new class. We talked about it quickly. It has a really strong vacuum. Its ability to stop block regeneration and just nuke blocks, I think it's pretty strong in general. Yeah, it does have no booty, and it's a new class. It's still missing a lot of its skills. I think when it gets its full kit, it can potentially be like a solid S tier class. This list is already wrong. I mean, that's why we're talking about loads. What's wrong about the list? And why didn't you let me merc into digital today, dude? That's unfortunate. I just came in. Okay, tell me what's wrong about the list. That's just an excuse, dude. That's an excuse. Okay, dude, tell me what's wrong about the list. We're like halfway through it. Like going through the list. Finalizing the list. Where's Nova? Nova is at the top of S tier here. Like right behind Awakening Sage. Musa should be Z tier. So S plus. No, dude. Like, okay. Dude, listen to me, okay? We're looking... Okay, so... Alright. I mean, I don't agree with you there. And the reason I don't agree with you is we're looking at the average player, dude. Like, you're saying you will put Awakening Witch at like a S tier and not at S plus. Like, if you're looking at all their support abilities. Okay, so you would put Witch at the top of S tier above Sage. And then you'll move Nova to S plus tier behind Succession Wizard. Is that what you would do? So like we do this and then we do that. Is that better? I mean, I don't know, man. I find a hard time justifying that in my mind sometimes. Which is not S plus tier. Zerka needs to be S plus. I mean, just because they have strong utility doesn't justify them being S plus. You're telling me that a group AoE heal, speed spell, and a PA for like 10 people isn't like S plus worthy, plus like insane engagement and damage. You don't need utility on Awakening Sage if you just one-shot them. I'm in a tough situation here, man. Yeah. Okay. I think I'll leave it like that for now. Yeah, so again, this is your average player with average gear in the average guild, right? And I would say that most guilds value a witch more than a Nova. Okay, like let me give you a situation, Loads, alright? Let me give you a situation. Say you're like a recruitment officer in digital, okay? Okay, I'm defining it right now. You say you have a witch at 630 gear score, right? Which is your like average gear score for Node Wars, yeah? For an average guild. And they're trialing for your Node War guild. And they have hands, they know what they're doing. They know how to PA, they know how to heal, they know how to play with the team, right? And then you have a Awakening Nova at 630 gear score, trialing for your guild. That, you know, understands the class fundamentals, is maybe a little bit lacking on their 1v1 side. However, they know what they're doing, right? Now, which one would you take? Would you take the Witch or the Nova? Like, which one would you guys take? Like, honestly. For your guild. You made the Nova player worse than the Witch? No, I didn't. Wait, how did I make the Nova player worse than the Witch? Like I said, both of these are average players. Like, I don't understand. I'm so confused right now. Like, most people will take the Witch, right? Most people definitely just take the Witch. Like, I'm happy to have a discussion with you, man. Like, yeah. Like, all right. Let's say the Nova is okay at 1v1s. Okay, the Nova is okay at large scale and 1v1s, like mediocre. Right, but like most people still take the Witch. Let's just agree on that. Okay. All right, cool. Now, I wouldn't personally. Okay. You wouldn't, but like a lot of people would, though. Why is Hash B tier? So Hash is B tier because it doesn't, like, you wouldn't say a hash has more impact. Like, an average hash doesn't have the same kind of engage, disengage, and damage as something like a Sage or a Nova, or like a Sork or Ninja has the same effect, right? Yeah, I'm making a list for large-scale, mediocre PvP guilds. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Now, do we agree to put Corsair at the bottom of the A tier, right? Maybe we'll put Corsair behind Nova. I mean, Lan. Yeah, average guild class rankings. Okay, so because Lan is so easy to pick up, so easy to play, and so easy to do well on for small scale. That is Awakening Sage. Awakening Sage, dude. I think we put Lan ahead of Corsair just because Corsair, like, while it does have a very strong vacuum, a pretty strong heal, and it can break blocks, it's not a finished class right now. Yep, yeah, I think that once Corsair gets his full kit and people understand how to play Corsair more, I would be fine, more than comfortable with moving this class up to like a S tier, right? So, okay. Most people are happy with the A tier rankings, I would assume. Is there anyone that's like on the edge or not sure about the A tier? If it was high gear score, I'd put Hash in A, close to S tier, very gear dependent and high skill ceiling. Yeah. Yep. Alright, cool. So I mean most people are fine with A tier, right? So I can move on to B tier. Loads. Loads. What are there any other like? Are there any other disagreements with this tier list? So far. Do you have any other opinions? Ranger S tier. Yeah, Meiwa is not D tier. What would you put Meiwa at, Jose? Ranger S tier. Ranger's S tier for sure. Okay, so where would you guys put Ranger on the S tier? Would you put it behind Guardian? I think behind Guardian, but maybe above Sork and Ninja. Behind Zerka. In front of Guardian. Below Zerka. Okay. Alright, cool. There, we put Ranger, Suck Ranger behind Zerka S tier. Alright. Okay, Meiwa is B tier. Why is Meiwa B tier? Jose. Is it because the class is so good at dealing with evasion memes? Is that why it's at B tier? B for bad. Yeah, but like this. Okay, so this is a large scale tier list of like your average player in average guild. And I've seen a lot of Meiwas like just do nothing in wars. Like, yeah, I agree there are Meiwas that do very well in the class and they frag the fuck out and they're really impactful. But at the same time, there are also a lot of Meiwas that just feel like they don't exist in Node Wars. Flame Tower players, yeah. Average player probably C. Okay, so you guys comfortable with me putting Meiwa at a C tier behind Archer then? If average player was Meiwa player was good, we see a lot more of them. Yeah, probably. I think DK is still S tier to be honest. Okay. Alright. Awakening DK is not that hard to play and has high damage. Okay, cool. Okay, how about this? I'm not gonna do it right now. I'll do this later. Okay, what I'll do is I'll add a tier, okay? I'll add a tier. I'll add an A+ tier, okay? I'll add an A+ tier. And that would probably be better. Wait, what happened? Wait, that's not right. Oh, okay. Wait, what happened to A+? Wait, what the hell? SS, A+, AB. Where's my A+? God damn it. Okay. Dude, it won't give me the A+. Okay, here's what we can do, alright? Here's what we can do. We change this to A+. Wait, we add a row above. We change that to A. Okay, cool. And then we do this as A+, right? Okay, cool. And I need to fix the colors. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's fixed. It's fixed. And I just need to fix the colors real quick. So we need to change this to a different color. put that as red. I'll move this as like purple. Okay, cool. All right. Let's relax. Let's get through this. Okay. All right. Cool. Now we separated S and A plus tier because there was like too many classes on S tier. Instead, if we separate, okay. So let's talk about this. What classes do we move down from S tier down to A plus tier? Now, looking at this, right? Maybe we move Zerka Ninja down to A plus tier. And maybe Guardian, like I would still leave Guardian S tier. Ranger and below down to S plus, A plus tier. Ranger A plus. Zerka Ninja. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. Okay. Okay, how about, okay, is this good? Are we good? So I have Awakening Guardian, Awakening Nova, Awakening Zerka, and Succession Ranger S tier. And then A plus tier I have Valkyrie, Awakening Valkyrie, Awakening Guardian, Zerka Ninja on A plus tier, right? DK is not S plus tier. Stop trolling, laser tank. And then so DK. All right, Jose, what do you think about DK, dude? I'll follow your advice on DK. Where do you think DK belongs on this rankings? Do you think he belongs on the A plus tier for your average player with average gear in the average guild? S at the lowest. But like, it's a B plus if I'll be honest. Okay. Jose hasn't been average gear score in average gear in years, bro. DK's need love gear. Guardian F needs buffs. Okay, you guys can't agree on DK. So if you guys can't agree on DK, then I'm just gonna put DK behind Shy. Okay. Are you guys happy with that? Lowe's is average gear DK. Yeah, he used to be a DK main. Okay, I'm gonna put DK behind Shy on the A tier for now. Okay. All right, cool. Let's move on to B tier. Let's talk about Hash. I don't think Shy is A. I think Shy, like, consider how strong Shy is for castle defense, right? Consider how strong its buffs are. Consider it has a bongo and a bubble. You're tripping with Hash at B tier. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about then, right? So, why doesn't Hash belong at B tier? I think it's an A tier. Okay. So if we move Hash up to A tier, are you guys okay if I put Hash between yo, laser tag. Do you just host me for one viewer? So I appreciate the host, man. Wait, let me check this. Oh, thanks for the host, dude. Appreciate it. I think A for sure. Nothing. Don't worry. I thought like you were gonna. Yeah, never mind. Okay. I just don't understand how Hash is ever better than B tier in Siege or anything over 35. All right, let's talk about a situation, right? I'm not trying to be him. Let's talk about a situation. Okay, so we're talking about a 630 gear score Hash, right? In an average 30 or 40 man node war, okay? Because that's where most of the fights happen. And the Hash is in a guild called Average Guild, right? Which is pretty average. And they're in Flex Team. Alright, let's talk about, let's say 40 man. Let's say 40 mans, okay? Let's say 40 mans. We're basing large scale of Node Wars, Siege, and like big like open world GVGs. Yeah, it's very hard to survive. Okay. Okay, so would you guys be okay if I put hash behind LAN? Behind Awakening LAN? Is that better? Like, does anyone disagree with hash being behind Awakening LAN on the A tier? That's better? Let me know if anyone disagrees with that. Okay, that's good. Alright, let's move on to Warrior. Now for Warrior, obviously we're talking about Awakening Warrior because nobody really plays Succession Warrior. I think, you know, Warrior is... Why is Nova not S+? Dude, we already had this discussion, man. It's because Nova doesn't have the same support utilities as Wizard and Witch does. That's why it's not S+. Like, okay, we can like Kuno grab the Musa good shit. Should be Wizard, Nova, Sage, Zerka. Is this large scale you're high if you don't think they are? I mean, are you guys telling me seriously that your average Awakening Sage and Awakening Nova player is more impactful than your average Wizard and your average Witch player? Are you guys seriously telling me that? Zerka is for sure on par with Caster. Okay, I'm happy. Look. I'm happy to put Zerka up here. Actually, yeah. I'm happy to put Zerka up here. On S+. If you guys are happy with that. If you play something other than Wizard, you know. Alright, dude. Zerkas can solo win a bowl fight. Okay, but I don't feel comfortable moving these two up to S+. In the average player perspective, Zerka doesn't deserve S tier. A bad Zerka is completely worthless. Yeah, that's why. Jackie, send me a link for this. I'll send to you later, man. I'll send to you later. Okay. I'll send to you later. Alright, let's talk about Warrior. I put Warrior at the top of B tier. Okay, and the reason I put Warrior at top of B tier is like they're one of the best 1v1 classes out there. They're pretty tanky class. They fit like special teams role pretty well. They're great on flex. They're great on like anti-cannons. They're great on defense. However, like if you're looking your average 630 gear score Warrior, I don't think they'll be as impactful as some of the A to A+ or S tier classes, right? And the same thing with Striker and Mystic. Now I think that Mystic is a better class than Striker for large scale right now after the buffs he's got. But you know, you guys are welcome to agree or disagree with that. And then Tamer I put at the bottom B tier because I think most Tamer players are pretty solid at their class. And a semi-decent Tamer can have a pretty big impact in large scale. Okay. So Alright. Anyone disagree with this B tier list? So the B tier goes Awakening Warrior, Suck Mystic, Awakening Striker, and Awakening Tamer, right? B tier looks good. Mystic has low, Striker doesn't put it higher. I mean, Mystic is above Striker though, but behind Warrior. Like, do you think Mystic should be above Warrior, or? No? Okay, cool. Alright, cool. Alright, let's talk about C tier. Let's talk about C tier. I see more strikers in Node War than Mystics. Yeah, but I'll be honest, like, I don't really see that many, like, the strikers I see are like pure evasion builds and just there to be annoying, to be honest. Like, I definitely feel like I notice Mystics more than strikers in, like, large scale. Both can be efficient, right person. Yeah, I think they're pretty close to each other. Alright, let's talk about C tier. Now, C tier is Archer and Meiwa. You realize with the changes to SA, a bad caster is actually really bad. I'm not talking about a bad caster. I'm talking, dude. Like, I'm talking about your average caster that plays averagely and that actually knows what they're doing on the class. I'm not talking about, like, people with no hands loads. That's the thing. Like, I'm talking about players that actually know what they're doing on their class. It might not be the best at their class, but they're people that can, you know, pass a PvP trial, you know? Yeah, an average player. We can talk about that at the end, okay? The average player has no hands. Okay, so Archer and Meiwa at C tier. What do you guys think? Go for your list, Jackie. I was talking to someone else. Alright, cool. Archer is A tier, large scale. Kinda low-key think Lan deserves S because at cannons she is the absolute best and cannons are a core component of any large scale. True. I mean, also Lan is a very easy class to pick up as well. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's talk about Lan real quick. Do you guys think Lan should be at the top of A+ or at the bottom S tier instead of being A tier for like a cannon kind of class? Lan next to Guardian. I think that bottom S tier. Okay, I'm happy. I'm okay with that. All right, cool. So Lan the bottom S tier. Yeah, cannons are really important right now. I agree. Yeah. All right. Cool. Okay. You guys are trolling. Wait. Okay. There's some disagreement in the chat. Lan is amazing at destroying rebuilds. Lan is not S tier. Okay. So the argument is, Jose and Loads, that Lan is really good. Lan is really good at anti-cannons. And with how important cannons are right now, that's what moves Lan up the list, right? So if you guys don't think it's S tier, then maybe, how about this? How about we do a compromise, okay? We'll do a compromise. How about we put Lan between Valkyrie and Guardian? Or like between Guardian and Sork. But your average player is pretty dog at Lan, so it wouldn't be effective at killing cannons. Okay. Alright. I don't think Lan's that hard to play. Never make a list based on average. I mean, like, what do you make a list based off? Like the best players? Like, if I was to make a list of the best players in the game, Like, yeah, sure, this list might be different, but like this is for the community, right? You can't make a list based off all the top 700 gear score players best in class and be like, yo, this is a list to like 99% of the community. You just, I don't know, just doesn't really make sense to me. Best potential for the class. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna look. Here's what I'll do. I'll put Lan between Zerka Ninja because it has this role in large scale. It can be pretty solid anti-cannons. It's not that hard to pick up. No, dude, laser tag. Shut up, bro. Okay, I'm putting Ninja A+. Cause dude, Ninja Armin's like the best Ninja player on NA. Okay, are you disagreeing with Armin? Like, hello? Ninja is, dude, you guys are just trying to confuse chat, alright? Just literally wasting time. Ninja should be A. Ash does Ninja better than Ninja. I mean, nah, I think I'll leave Ninja at A+. Ash is A. Ash is A, then Ninja is A. Ninja greater than Zerk. You guys are telling me like 5 different things at once in chat. Yeah. Okay. No. No, we already agreed on A and B tier. Okay. I'm gonna leave it as it is for now. Okay, and we'll go through one final check it then really fast. Okay. Alright, so C tier. The average hatch player is better than average ninja player. Okay, cool. Alright, so Archer. I put Archer at C tier because Archer kind of gets shit on by Succession Wizard and Witches, right? But there's less Succession Wizard and Witches now in large scale. Now, does anyone disagree with Archer being on C tier right now? Like, above Meiwa? You guys fine with that? Alright, cool. Archer and Meiwa, that's good. Kunoichi. I think it's better or good than C. It's better than C in large scale. Alright, cool. So if you were to move Archer up the list, would you move it to like maybe B tier? Move it to B tier, like maybe behind Warrior, at least A tier. You guys think A tier? Range KD and damage is always OP in large scale. Okay. So, would you guys be comfortable if I put Archer behind Hash? So I put Archer behind DK and Hash on the A tier. Just because it has a lot of range damage and it has pretty good mobility and he has range KDs. But it's still pretty far below Zerk Ranger. Okay, cool. I'll leave Archer there. Okay, let's talk about Kuno. Kunoichi kind of got it pretty hard with its 100% BSR. People always say, you know, why play Kuno when you can play Ninja? Like, why play Suck Witch when you can play Suck Wizard? Yeah, Kuno's kind of fallen behind, you know? Yeah, and it's also has a pretty high skill ceiling as a class. Yeah, it has a pretty high skill ceiling as a class. So I'm going to leave it at a D tier, right? For now. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at D tier. I already see a lot of Awakening Kunos doing well in bullfights. Yeah. Okay. Alright, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? My question here is Kuno like more useful than Meiwa? And if so, why? Right? Like, why can it be argued that Kuno is a more useful class than Meiwa? Meiwa greater than Kuno? Yeah. I mean, I think most people agree on that. They're both pretty bad, yeah. Both D tier in my opinion. Kuno can AoE CC. Right. Okay, right. Kuno or Meiwa in D tier. Okay. So, but then we have no classes. Maybe I'll put Tamer in C tier. How about that? We need to have one class in C tier. Tamer goes to F. I don't think Tamer should be F tier. Can also move everything down and don't have S plus tier. Oh, true. Maybe we just don't have an S tier. Wouldn't that solve a lot of issues? Alright. How about this? What if we just get rid of S plus? What if we just get rid of like this and just like have S tier? I think Shy DK Corsair too high. Too high here. What about that? Like, do we leave Wizard and Witch at S plus or do we move them down to S tier? I think they deserve them their own. Move them down. No way Shy is too high. It's fair and unfair. Yeah. I know there's going to be disagreements with whatever this list ends up being. Try and decompress the others. Alright, cool. And, alright, let's talk about Musa. Alright, what does Musa need to go from like a F tier to like a B tier? Like, or a bottom A tier class? What is wrong with Musa right now? Like, why is Musa so damn bad at this moment? Musa needs a 300% damage buff. Musa is a great stun trap popper. Musa is a dog ass class. Imagine playing Musa. I mean, Shaky Bay plays Musa, right? And he knows a lot about large scale PvP. Okay, so most people agree Musa is like an F tier class. It needs some reworks. They're a good stun trap popper. Yep. Shaky Bay. Hey man, apparently he has a lot of experience with large scale, so. Okay, alright, cool. Okay, I mean, I don't want to spend too much time on this list, so let's just go through this. Now, put your concerns in the chat. What's wrong with this list, right? What don't you guys disagree? What don't you guys agree with? Valkyrie is too low. Lowe's doesn't agree with my S plus. Okay, how about this, Loads? If I put Nova and Sage up here on S plus behind Witch, is that better? Or like, say I do this. I put Succession Wizard, Awakening, Nova, and Awakening Sage, and then Witch. Is this better? Is that better, Loads? And then S tier, I put Zerka and Suck Ranger. Yeah? Okay, cool. What else? What else, guys? Sage might be the most broken class in the game if you exclude utility, not gonna lie. I agree. Guardian maybe S? Okay. Alright. How about this? We move Guardian and Valkyrie to S tier behind Zerka and Suck Ranger. Nah, I'm not just I'm not just talking about KDA potential. I'm talking about their overall effectiveness or their overall impact on the war, right? Valk only for 100%? No, it's based off their 100%, it's based off their vacuum, it's based off their heals and their PA. I don't know, I think Valk's in A. Okay, cool. You think Valk's in... I don't know. It will be difficult for me to put them in A with how much like overall utility and damage, all that stuff. I put Valkyrie above Ranger. What do you think stops Corsair from being higher? Her utility is kind of wild in large scale. I put Corsair at A for now because it's a new class. It's not a finished class. There can be potential changes to the class. And also the player base isn't that familiar with the class right now. Lan down to A. I mean, I think I'm fine with... maybe I'll leave Lan bottom of A plus tier for now. I mean, I agree with Viz that Lan is a really solid flex class. That's pretty easy to get, like, understand and play. Is there a way to differentiate awakening from succession? Yeah, I'm gonna put like an icon above each of these images later. Yeah. Ninja is lower right behind Hash. Ninja is fine. I think Ninja is fine. Well, laser tag. I don't think chat agrees with you there, so I'm gonna go for chat. Okay. The PA of Valkyrie is hard to apply to. Yeah. Ninja should be ahead of Sork at least. I agree. Ninja behind Hash, beside Hash. All right. Type a 1 in chat if you think Ninja should be behind Hash. Okay, now type 2 if you think Ninja should stay where it is right now. Why are you guys typing 0? Yeah, so I think there's more 2s than 1s. Yeah, there's a lot more 2s than 1s. So I'm gonna go with the 2s. Right? Alright, cool. We figured out. We settled on that issue. Okay, cool. They're like 3 good ninjas. Alright. Okay. Okay. Now, you guys don't think that Shy should be on the top of A tier. Is that some of you guys don't think Shy should be on top of A tier, right? Now, why is this the case? Shy is really good. Shy is A plus tier. Shy has nice buffs, good luck. Good luck of actually applying them unless you're sitting in Castle Wall. Yeah, I agree. I think Shy has pretty hard time sticking with the ball during wars. Does Console get the pen neck too? I'm not sure, dude. I think it's fine like that. Wizard and Sage are not S, not S plus. They're both being nerfed. I mean, I'll be honest. Like, yeah, they might have nerfed Succession Wizard, but it's still fucking at the top. It's still the king, dude. It's still the king. Like, I promise you. Like, out of every single class I see on this list right now, I still think that Succession Wizard has the most impact in the fight. I think Shy is C tier. I think sitting in castle is S, otherwise in D. Alright, cool. So maybe if Shy had better mobility, do you think if Shy had better mobility and faster buffs and debuffs, it could be like higher on the list? Or even on normal Node War, Shy is really impactful. If Shy could keep up the ball, would be good. Alright. Literally has to ride a horse to keep up the group, man. Shy is A+. Dude, okay. So I got somebody telling me Shy is A+. Viz is telling me Shy is C. And then someone's telling me Shy is good where it is. Shy is A+. Alright. Okay, let's take a vote on this, alright? Let's take a vote on this. Let's take a vote on this. Okay, so how many... Okay, so it's just type a 1 in chat if you guys think Shy should be moved down to C tier. Type a 1. I know Viz already agrees. So, okay. A+. I mean... A+. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, in what scenario? In what scenario would Shy be an A+ in large scale? Like, explain to me, though. Like, say a 40-man Node War. In what scenario would Shy be A+? Yeah, but like, I'm not talking about a 700 gear score Shy. I'm talking about like a 620 or 630 or 640 or 650 gear score Shy. Like, I'm not talking about Shys that have like 1,000 evasion. Yeah, I agree the buffs are massive, but are the buffs really that massive where Shy would be like overall more impactful than some of these other A+ and S tier classes? Like, yeah, look, I agree. I agree. Like, I think if they gave Shy better mobility, it can probably be an A+ tier. Viz is actually trolling hard as fuck. Alright, let's say the Shy is... Let's say the Shy is like full pen evasion. Like with evasion, TET evasion accessories, like at C9 armors, right? So we're talking about a decently geared Shy, but we're not talking about like an end-game evasion Shy. We're talking about like a Shy that's tanky, but it's not going to survive a main ball push, right? So, how much evasion we're talking about? I don't know, man. Like maybe 700, like 700, 800 evasion. Shy actually dies pretty fast. Like, I don't know, 7 to 800 evasion maybe. Good positioning and they're not going to die fast. Alright. Sartre tried to make Shy work for 2 months. Even being a shot caller and having the entire guild play around him, he couldn't keep up with the ball. Sartre played like 2 years ago, man. Okay, let's do a compromise here. How about this, okay? Okay, Big Sartre, we'll let you decide. We'll let Big Sartre decide, okay? Okay, Sartre, what do you think? Where does Shy belong on this list? You have the final say, dude. You have the final say. Where do you think Shy belongs on this tier list, dude? Tell me where it belongs and I'll put it there. No second questions. A+? Alright, where does it belong on the A+? Is it like behind Valkyrie, behind Sork, behind Ninja, or behind Lan? He's biased as fuck? I mean, yeah, well, like, dude, you can't argue with Sacha, alright? Alright? Alright, where does Shy go? Behind Valkyrie. Okay, he goes behind Valkyrie. There we go. Alright. We have settled the dispute. Okay, awesome. Alright. Great. Now okay. I think this is good, right?
Stop trolling.
Wait, what the fuck? What was that? Jesus Christ, that was kind of scary. Okay, alright. I think we're done, right? I think we're done. Is there anything else on this list that people don't agree with? What? Okay, what else don't you agree with, Sancha? I still disagree Valk being that far down. Where do you think Valk should go, Renshire? Sushi play out of sight on view, not top down. I mean, that's completely off topic, dude. At least above Ranger. I mean, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about Valkyrie being at the top of A+? Do you think Valkyrie should be above Ranger? Above Suck Ranger? Should Awakening Valk? Valk is S tier class for sure. Kata says nope. Why do you say nope? Why do you say no? Three protected heals, accuracy buff, bulky frontliner, vacuum PA. The impact is not there for the damage input. I mean, they have so much. That's just not true. Awakening Valk is one of the hardest hitting classes in the game. Okay. Alright, how about this? I'll put Valkyrie behind, or like, okay, is anyone gonna get upset? Is anyone gonna get upset if I put Valkyrie behind Berserker on the S tier? It's not better than a Ranger? Okay, but like, Ranger only has damage. Ranger only has damage, and Valkyrie has a vacuum. He has heals, he has PA. And they fucking big 100%. So like, in what world would an average Valkyrie perform worse than the average Suck Ranger though? I don't think the average Suck player is a S. I really don't. Kills are the most important thing. You guys are capping. You guys are capping, dude. It's not just about the kills. It's not just about the kills. It's about the team play, you know? It's about the healing your teammates when they're low. It's about like grabbing people when they need to be grabbed. It's about like the teamwork element, right? Okay. Average Sork is so bad. Alright. I will put Valkyrie behind Suck Ranger. I mean, like, the same thing. I don't think an average Sork is really that impactful, I'll be honest. Okay. Okay, cool. Alright, awesome. Alright. Is everyone happy with this list now? Everyone's happy, right? There's not a single person in the chat that disagrees with anything on this list. People are 100% satisfied with this. See, I see a lot of yeses in chat, so I'm just gonna assume everyone agrees with this list. Is that Wiz Witch at the top? Yeah, that's Succession Wizard, Awakening Nova, Awakening Sage, and Awakening Witch. Where is RP class? I don't know, man. The Musa position is kind of mean, but yeah, but like, everyone agrees Musa's F tier. Like, no one thinks Musa isn't F tier though. Average Sage top of the line. Okay, so Sacha thinks that Sage should be ahead of Nova. What do you guys think? Which one is better, Sage or Nova, for your average player? So if we're looking, your average player thinks Sage should be ahead of Nova. Yeah? Okay, cool. Alright, awesome. Awesome. Great, great, great. Okay, let me save this, okay? Very average players in average. Okay. Video class tier list. Large scale PvP. Let's go. Wait, you would put Sage in front of Wizard, Viz? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. Think right now, yeah? Okay, what do you guys think? Average Wizard doesn't even heal? Okay. Alright. Average Wizard has Raban Fireball. Okay. Let's, can we do like a poll? Like, actually no, that wouldn't work. Alright, what do you guys think? This is crazy. Are we actually putting Awakening Sage in front of Awakening Wizard? Like, is this actually happening? In front of Succession Wizard? Like, nope. I don't know, man. Average Wizard's Jackie Felix viewer. This is your list, homie. I mean, yeah, okay, it's my list. I'm gonna put Wizard ahead of Sage, okay? Yeah. Now, my heart tells me that Succession Wizard is still the best class in large-scale PvP. That's what my heart tells me. And, yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. Alright, cool. Okay. Awesome guys, we've gotten through it. We've gotten through every single class and we've made a large scale PvP tier list. My heart is not wrong. Now, let's, how do we share this link? How do I share this tier list? I can just download the image. Just give me a sec. Let me share the link. Just make a command. Okay. I got this. I'll link the image in the chat. And you guys can make your own versions if you want to as well. Alright, cool. So here's a tier list. Thank you everyone for adding your input. There you go. So let's just summarize it real quick, okay? Let's just summarize it real quick. Yeah. So this tier list is for your average player base in large scale PvP. Now, what I mean by large scale PvP, I mean your Node Wars, I mean Siege, I mean large DVGs, right? Between like anywhere between 30 to 50 players per guild. Now, at the top of S plus tier, we have Succession Wizard, Awakening Sage, Awakening Nova, and Awakening Witch. And then at S tier, we have Awakening Berserker, Succession Ranger, Awakening Valkyrie, and Awakening Guardian. Now for your A plus tier, you have Shy, Sork, Ninja, and Lan. For your A tier, you have Nova, Hash, Archer, and Corsair. B tier is your Warrior, Mystic, and Striker. C tier is Tamer. D tier is Meiwa and Kuno. And F tier, your lucky last, is Musa. Okay, cool. So, good shit, everyone. We got through it after 10 hours. Where's Suck Guardian? I mean, Suck Guardian's here. Like, oh, I don't know. This is Awakening Guardian, but like, Suck Guardian, I don't see that many Suck Guardians, I'll be honest. Like, but yeah. Alright, cool. Now, are there like any last minute questions?